All right, the Special Investigating Unit is denying a report in the Mail and Guardian today relating to claims of irregularities relating to controversial communications company Digital Vibes, as well as the former spokesperson for President Cyril Ramaphosa, Khusela Diko. Now, Diko was earlier cleared of involvement in the irregular awarding of PPE contracts by the Gauteng Department of Health to a company in which her late husband was the sole director. That was Royal Bhaca. But now the Mail and Guardian has reported that according to an SIU inquiry, 1 million rand from the Digital Vibes contract made it into Decoys bank account. The SIU earlier found that the Digital Vibes contract with the Department of Health was awarded irregularly. A report that was sent to Ramaphosa in July raised the alarm on suspicious payments to Royal Bhaca. But the Mail and Guardian reported new information had come to light that the money was actually paid into the former presidential spokesperson's bank account. The publication also said the SIU had sent a letter to the president's office alerting it to the funds allegedly received by Diko. The SIU now saying it would like to put on record that it has not sent any letter or report to the president as alleged. To discuss, we're joined by SIU spokesperson Kganyago. Mr. Kganyago, thank you for being with us. So can we just clarify, the only thing you're denying is that the report has been sent to the president?
Thank you very much, Francis, and thank you to your viewers. Yes, what we are denying at the moment is the fact that the Mail and Guardian has indicated that we have sent a letter to the president around this issue, and we are saying we have sent no such letter to the president, and because the investigation on this particular issue is still going on. And if you'll remember, at the end of July, when we gave the report to was it the end of June, when we gave the report to the president, we said that if there is information that comes our way after, we will continue to investigate that. And therefore, that kind of investigation is still going on around this issue of Digital Vibes. And once we are done with the investigation and we have talked to all the people that we need to talk to, we will be in a position to then have an outcome that we can send to the president. Therefore, it is very clear that we have not sent that kind of an outcome as yet to the president. Therefore, that information from the Mail and Guardian is false.
All right, but you're not denying that in the report that will be sent at some stage, there are claims made against Khusela Diko, the former spokesperson for the president?
It is something that we do not do, Francis, where we do what I call blow-by-blow information around what is going on in the investigation. Safe for us to say that the investigation is going on because we don't know. And I always make this example, Francis, where I say, when we do investigations, at some point we might get information that says Francis has done 1, 2, 3. If we then go out and say we have found that Francis has done so, and 3 weeks later we get information that says you have not done so. Therefore, we cannot be doing that because let's gather all the information, let's make up our mind on the basis of the information before us, and only then will we know. Therefore, all that we are dealing with now are allegations, and we deal with the allegations as and when they come. We then verify them. Once we are sure that we've got evidence that verifies them, we'll be in a position to come out and say it. Therefore, for us to say now that we are dealing with this and not dealing with that will not be a fair exercise on our side.
Fair enough, but since the cat is out of the bag, as it were, this could be very confusing. Could you not just confirm or deny if Khusela Diko is named in your ongoing investigation with the caveat that you are still investigating? She may or may not appear in the final report.
Yeah, because it's very clear, because this issue of the 1 million rand is already in the public domain, as you know. It has always been there in terms of the affidavit that we put in the special tribunal. What we are now looking at is fresh allegations that are coming, and it's not only about Khusela Diko, it's about many other fresh allegations that are coming our way. And we're looking at all of those, and then we are able to eliminate those that are not substantiated, and we'll be able to take those that are substantiated, put them into a report that we will take to the president. If there is a need for people to be disciplined, we will send that as referrals, as we always do, and support it with evidence. I always say that all our investigations are allegation-based. We receive all the allegations, but all our outcomes are evidence-based. we do not take from the allegation and make it fact. We've got to find the evidence, and once the evidence is there, we can send to the president and say, this is our finding, this is the evidence that is supporting this decision, and we'll be able to do that. And at this point, we have not done so.
Can we look back now? The first report that you mentioned in July spoke about payments, this 1 million rand. In fact, there was more than 3 million in suspicious payments to SP attorneys and Royal Bhaca. And the sole director of Royal Bhaca was Khusela Diko's late husband. Could it be that information was incorrect in that report, that the 1 million didn't go to him or his company and did go to Khusela Diko? Are you willing to clarify that earlier information?
Yes, what we had said at the time, because you must remember, we follow the money. When we were following the money took us from Digital Vibes to the account of the Royal Bhaca. That's where it ended at that time. But then there were fresh allegations that we were following up. Therefore, we don't want to get into details. I understand that you want us to get into further to say what happened from Digital Vibes, where did this money go to? That is some of the things that we're investigating at the moment. And we do not want to give people false information now. We want to make sure that by the time we go to the president, because all our reports, unlike what has been said by other people who want to divert the attention of the public by saying we are doing a shoddy work, we can vouch for all our reports because all of the outcomes are based on the evidence that we find. We do not just throw the outcomes out of the bag or somewhere. Therefore, even in this case, allow us to make sure that the evidence is put together, and once we decide that we want to make sure that we make a referral, we will be basing it on the evidence before us.
All right, so when will this report, you sent one in July, when will this follow-up report be on the President's desk, and when will we as the public hear about it?
There are two things. The report on PPEs generally will be on the President's report as we at the end of November on his desk. But the one on Digital Vibes, obviously you know that the report has been sent. Therefore, whatever we need to augment will be determined by whether we're able to speak to each and every person. We hope that it will be done as soon as possible. And the third thing around this matter is the fact that when there are referrals that needs to be made, we don't have to wait for the report. Referrals are made as and when we are finalizing them. If we can finalize an element of it that needs a referral either to the NPA or to the department or wherever for people to be disciplined, we will do so. We don't have to wait for the end of the investigation.
All right, thank you very much. Spokesperson for the SIU, the Special Investigating Unit, Kganyago.